gunned down while speaking at a campus event Wednesday at Utah Valley University. The fatal shooting of right-wing commentator Charlie Kirk has been condemned across the political spectrum, including by Manitoba's NDP Premier Wab Kinew.
And the idea that violence would take any life is wrong.
This after a member of Kinew's cabinet, Families Minister Nahanni Fontaine, apologized for a social media post she reshared a day after Kirk's assassination. The social media post shared by Fontaine called Kirk a mouthpiece who was racist, xenophobic, and transphobic, among other things. It said, quote, "I extend absolutely no empathy for people like that," end quote. It also says in this situation, empathy is reserved for Kirk's children and that they grow up in a country that's opposite of what their father envisioned. CBC requested an on-camera interview with Fontaine. The minister responded with an emailed statement. In it, Fontaine says, "I apologize for sharing a post yesterday on the murder of Charlie Kirk. Violence has no place in our democracy. Political debate is achieved with words and discussion. In a world too often divided, we should strive to show empathy to everyone, even those we don't agree with."
I asked our minister to apologize because I want us to be a force as a government, as you would expect as Manitobans, a force for openness and dialogue and taking the temperature down.
One political science professor says Fontaine is outspoken in her support for Indigenous people, marginalized and vulnerable people, but the University of Manitoba's Christopher Adams says the post shared crossed a line.
She's retracted it and she's apologized, but I would say that someone's been murdered, and then to talk nasty about that person, that's different than taking positions on those social issues.
This is the second time Fontaine has had to apologize in recent months after making negative comments about sharing the stage with a sign language interpreter in June. Kinew says while he had a conversation with the minister Friday, he has no plans to remove Fontaine from cabinet. Josh Crabb, CBC News, Winnipeg.